What is up, everyone? Hey, it is a beautiful Sunday today. Well, okay, it would be more beautiful if it was a white Sunday, but it is a beautiful, warm Sunday here. I am back in Spokane, and I am taking a walk on our property right now. Just getting out in this wonderful weather. Hey, this week is our last week of Advent. I'm super excited for this week. Our topic is worship. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, for a lot of my friends, we all have like one thing in our relationship with Christ or like one thing that we do that we feel like brings us closer to God. One thing that I do that I feel like brings me closer to God. And personally, that thing is worship for me. So this is something I'm super passionate about, that I really love to do, that I really love to express, all these types of things. So yeah, worship. That's what we're going to be talking about this week. I'm kicking it off just with, I'm going to be talking about how I worship. I'm going to be talking about just kind of some types of worship, as it's not just one thing. I always found this kind of funny. I was born in Arkansas, which is really, really weird. I don't know why my parents chose Arkansas. They could have chose California, but for some reason they chose to go to Arkansas, which is just crazy to me. I could have been a California boy. Anyway, that's besides the point. Arkansas. And when they were looking for a church, they walked into one of these churches, and during worship, they saw someone in the back, standing in the back of the congregation, and they had flags that they were waving back and forth during worship, and that was their form of worship. And there's so many different forms of worship. Personally, I know this guy down in Arizona who is a part of the college ministry that I'm a part of. His name is Sheldon, one of the coolest guys ever. He's so nice. But what he does is he shows worship and he expresses worship through art. He is an absolute amazing artist. And what he does is he comes to our gatherings, and he paints or he draws or he creates this form of art, but he comes without like anything. Like, he'll come with supplies, but he doesn't know what he's going to make that night. He comes, and you'll see him before when we're all just kind of talking, and before everything starts, you'll see him just kind of sitting in the corner, just kind of pondering, praying. And throughout the night, he just goes to work, and he starts painting, or he starts drawing, or whatever he does for that night. And by the end of the night, he's created this crazy masterpiece that is just so beautiful. He's like, I've been to a lot of museums, but this guy's art is absolutely crazy. And after he's done with the work, he shares why he painted this and what God put into his heart to paint this or create this form of art for. And he has actually turned his art making, his worship, into a little ministry. And it's honestly one of the coolest things to see and to be a part of. But worship, it's something that a lot of people, I would say my age at least, I'd say like 30s or below, that's what I'll say. Like, it's one thing, like just singing, and that's it. Which, I mean, that's the main form of worship, I would say. But there's a lot of different forms of worship. I know friends, I mean, I'm not a singer personally. That's my favorite form, just because I like to close my eyes and just kind of focus on the lyrics and what they're actually saying. But I know people that like Sheldon, his name, he paints. I know people that dance. Like my parents experienced, people who like to wave flags. It's all about what brings us closer to God. It's all about how we can express our gratitude, our love, our thankfulness to God. It's giving praise to Him. That's the key to our worship. And like I said, that key for me, how I really worship Him is, I like to sing. I mean, that's really traditional, but that's what I like to do. That's my main form of worship. When I worship, I almost always close my eyes and I'll be listening to music, or like in church, we'll be singing, and I just close my eyes and I focus on the lyrics, and just really focus on what they're saying, because I can kind of get lost in the beat or what people are doing around me and things like that when I worship. But I really try to focus on the lyrics. I close my eyes so that I can focus, just so I can really, like I said, focus on why we worship, to our amazing Creator. That's why we worship. We worship because He gives us so many blessings. He gives us so much transformation, and He deserves it. I mean, we were put on this earth to glorify Him, to praise Him, and for me, that's something that I don't ever want to stop doing. So yeah, that's kind of my take on worship. I don't know, my younger take. I don't know what the age range is for this group, but I would just say that it's really important to find how you personally are able to express the love and the joy and the gratitude that you have towards God. I would say it's really important to find how you do that best, because that's going to be your best form of worship. And I've said this a bunch of times. I like to sing. I like to lift my hands, even though I'm not the greatest singer. That's what I like to do. But yeah, it's just important to find how you best worship, how you best glorify, how you can best express those feelings, those emotions, that gratitude, that thankfulness to God, through worship. It's so important. I know, like I said earlier, that's the thing that really draws me close to God, that really helps me just kind of get in tune with Him when I'm in a deep rut, or even when I'm feeling really good. That's something that I can always go back to, that'll kind of focus me up. And it's just something I really love to do. I put on worship music all the time. At GCU, we skate everywhere. So sometimes I'll just put in headphones and I'll literally just skate around campus listening to worship music. And I can't really close my eyes then, but I can still listen to worship and kind of sing along and worship my God. That's really what's important. But just to kind of close this out, I don't know everyone that's on here. We have a lot of people on here, but just kind of from us hosts who have been doing this, we do it for you guys. We do it because we want to just kind of spread the knowledge of how we deepen our relationship with Christ, and because we want other people to deepen their relationships with Christ to grow in relationship and to grow in community with others as well. But I think I can speak for all of us hosts when I say that we really appreciate you guys coming and just being present, giving us feedback, and just showing up, I guess, watching these videos and commenting and things like that. So I just wanted to say thank you. But other than that, I hope you guys are all doing amazing. And I just wish you a very Merry Christmas as we're getting so close. All right. Bye, guys.